So this case apparently came to light on the 30th of May. The first FIR was filed. This was in the Kavinagar police station in GHAZIABAD. The father of one of the victims, who happens to be a minor, went to the police and complained that his son was being lured into accepting Islam while he was playing an online game. And apparently it came to light because his son was saying that he was going to the gym 5 times every day. And then this father on one day grew suspicious, followed his son. Turns out his son was going to the Sector 23 Jama Masjid and not to the gym. What would you say to parents who are watching this? Obviously, a lot of parents who are watching this have kids who are playing video games. And it's a different world out there. You don't know, what these video games are, who your kids are talking to. What would you say to them in light of this case that has come to light?
My Ram to everyone. And Zaka, you're absolutely correct. As a parent, even I can appreciate that it is very difficult to keep track that in this blind world of web ki dunya, it is so difficult to track that what children are doing. Though parents, they try to do their best that what they are doing, they try to keep the track, but still it is very difficult. I will say, at least parents should keep on checking the history, what their kids are doing on the net, on the web. It is very, very, at times if you talk about the teenagers, it becomes very difficult. They take it as a challenge. They think that parents are trying to intrude in their privacy, but it is for their own good. I think parents, they have to keep a check on their kids. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, if any clue comes out, I think they should not keep it to themselves. It should be immediately reported to the police, cyber police, and on the internet as well. Okay. So this is what I want to say, because it is not about it is not the matter of any of the political party or any of the sarkar. Yeah. It is a social ailment, I can say. And if I talk about the religion conversion mission which was going on, that is obnoxious. These people were targeting young brains. They were trying to brainwash them, lure them. This is very incorrect. This is a malice. That is absolutely incorrect. So we have to keep check on
Let me just give some details. I want to get Tausif Ahmed Khan also. Now, what the UP police are claiming, and they mentioned this in their submissions in court today as well, in the transit remand application that they moved. The alleged conversion racket started during the COVID lockdowns in 2020 when schools were shut. Teenagers were exposed to online classes. There were minors reportedly from Faridabad, Ludhiana, Maharashtra and GHAZIABAD who virtually met this man, Shahnawaz, at a gaming platform called Fortnite. On these platforms, you can chat with fellow gamers, you have to team up with fellow gamers, and you have to win these games. The first alleged conversion, Tausif, came to light of a Jain boy from GHAZIABAD. Now, the police say that after this game, the minors would chat not just on Fortnite, but also the other messaging application called Discord. And it would start initially with innocent conversations about the game and strategies for the game, so on and so forth. And eventually, after a degree of familiarity was established, these children were then brainwashed into talk about Islam and accepting Allah and so on and so forth. Doesn't this worry you, the sinister nature of this, simply because, most kids in their teens are on video games, one or the other, and most parents don't know what these video games are and who is there on these video games, and the fact that you can actually team up and chat with fellow video gamers, you have no idea what the antecedents of these fellow video gamers are.
You're absolutely right. As a parent, I would be concerned if kids start spending time on social media or on internet online gaming. I should be concerned, rightly. And like any other parent in the world should be concerned, because it's a dark world out there, as Anila Singh was saying. Addiction of any kind, whether it is an addiction of with the game, online gaming, or addiction with smoking or with anything else, should be checked by the parents at home. And so far the claim, the case or the allegation of the police is concerned, we all know that police have in the past come up with cases which turned out to be, not so authentic, which turned out to be involving some innocent people. So, that is part of the investigation that has to be seen after, the court takes it into cognizance, after the witnesses are cross-examined. The law itself, the scheme of the law, says that the police cannot be trusted for recording the statements correctly, as they may be self-serving in nature. If it is concerned, if police is concerned about the statements that they may have recorded from the people who they have arrested, that cannot be relied upon, at least at this stage. Let the investigation continue. Yes. And on the other hand, I am absolutely with everyone, like any parent should be, to be very cautious, to be very watchful, and to keep their kids under constant watch about what they are doing online. There could be, financial scam going on. There could be lots of fraudster. You don't know what kind of world is there out in the web world. So, just like, it's just you have to be cautious.
So let me then ask Vikram Singh, what the Ghaziabad police are saying allegedly is that this main accused, this man Shahnawaz alias Baddo, the claim by the Ghaziabad police is that over the last 3 years since the COVID-induced lockdown, Baddo and his friends have converted at least 300 to 400 children across the country, particularly those who are spending a disproportionate amount of time on their mobile phones, on video games. They would lure them, first, of course, with innocent chatter about what was going on in the game, strategies about the game, so on and so forth. But eventually, it would move into religious conversations. The point is, could two people sitting out of a house in Mumbai have done this, supposedly by the Ghaziabad police, that 300 to 400 children over a 3-year period were allegedly converted?
Zaka, what you are witnessing is just the tip of the iceberg. The case is fresh, and the insidious and the nefarious activities of Shahnawaz alias Baddo is being monitored, no other than Ajay Mishra, Police Commissioner of Ghaziabad. I, for one, would not like to question the credibility or the integrity of the Ghaziabad Police's investigation, but it is a scary situation, and it is within the realm of distinct possibility that it is very much possible. And also, you will recall that Shahnawaz, in a perfect roadmap, indoctrinating children, picking out those who are trusting, those who are vulnerable, and feeding them on the nonsense of Zakir Naik, who speaks like God, and also other inflammatory material, and then trying to convert them. This is one part. Then getting money from Dubai and Pakistan. Do you think for a moment that it is possible for a lone wolf to do that? Certainly not.
Yeah.
There is a close, coordinated gang action, and it is a case where extra national and those outside India are also planning India 2047 like the PFI. Do you not see the similarity between the PFI roadmap and the roadmap of Shahnawaz and the like? Obviously there is. And to get conversions of this manner, they have handlers sitting in Pakistan and Dubai who are guiding the lives of the unemployed.
But Vikram Singh Saab, before I go to Khaliqur Rahman, how easy or difficult would this be to prove in a court of law? These are so far, allegations made by the Ghaziabad police. They've managed to get a transit remand to the main accused. Of course, cross-questioning will happen. His interrogation will happen. Basis that they will build a case. But, this is going to be technologically arduous for them to be able to scan back and retrieve chats from 3 years ago. And that too, these are not WhatsApp chats. These are chats on a gaming platform.
You are so right, but you've answered your question yourself, Mr. Zaka, that IT-enabled and IT crimes are so easy to uncover and prove in a court of law. There is documentation, there's encryption, there's a financial trail, there's also a corroborative evidence that is face-to-face of the victims and also of Shahnawaz. Let us not live in illusion. Shahnawaz would be subjected to the lie detector test and the polygraph test. And also the other incorporated and other evidence will also be incorporated in the investigation. Therefore, it is one of the easier investigations to prove in a court of law, much as I would like to lay a bet also that this case is going to end in conviction because it has already incontrovertible evidence.
So let me